Capricorn, your week beginning the 10th of November forecast unfortunately could tease into the open some fair weather friends or some anxieties or doubts you've got about your own approach to a situation. But it's going to be important to keep the faith, because by the end of this week your ruler Saturn forges a brilliant link with Jupiter, the planet of hope, but the Sun in the part of your situation to do with your long-term plan. And the conversation you have, or some kind of agreement that you forged towards the end of this week, can be very restorative for your faith. But that isn't going to change the fact that right at the beginning of this week, you could feel a little bit on edge. And the reason for this is that Uranus has moved back into a part of your situation which is very creative, but pushes you in a way to be more of a risk taker, just to the point when Mercury, the planet of thinking, which does also influence our nervous system, and Mars, the planet of impulse, merged together at the start of this week. But Mars particularly is in a very awkward angle to Uranus. If there is something you want to do that's more flamboyant, some inner self-doubts could play a role, inhibit you somehow or another. Also, if you're discussing finances, the quarter moon at the heart of this week can throw up some more concerns. And with Jupiter going retrograde through to the 11th of March next year, Jupiter is about optimism. It's about positivity, but it's also about luck. And it's in your sector of relationships. But I must stress, a retrograde isn't necessarily going to bring you bad luck. It could slow things down, and it's asking you to look at things in a deeper way. But it's linked by the end of this week to Saturn, and the Sun is such a strong one. It can be transforming when the Sun and Jupiter are in a trine, as they are here. It's one of astrology's most fortunate influences. So even if you encounter some frustration at the start of this week, some self-doubt, you feel on edge, your nervous system feels a little bit over-aroused, just know that if you keep doing what you're very good at doing, which is going through the processes, being very thorough, being very reliable, and sweating your resources, whether it's your ideas, your money, or your time, in the most productive way, but only linking with people that you feel 100% sure of, that means by the end of this week, you'll be feeling a lot more comfortable with how things stand. If you've yet to order your year 2026 personal horoscope, totally based on your unique birth data and 30% off, please see the link below for more.